गुड इवनिंग फ्रेंड्स, स्टडी विद अपान इंजीनियरिंग एंड जनरल जियोलॉजी परवीन सिंह बुक। तो हम लोग रॉक में पढ़ रहे हैं। रॉक में इग्नियस रॉक है और उसके आज हम स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ इग्नियस रॉक पढ़ेंगे कि कैसा स्ट्रक्चर होता है, उसमें क्या क्या रॉक होती हैं, किस तरह का होता है, फ्लो है, टाइप है, जैसे पिलो टाइप है, इस तरह का। ठीक है, तो स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ इग्नियस रॉक में डेफिनेशन क्या है? दोज फीचर ऑफ इग्नियस रॉक दैट आर डेवलप्ड ऑन अ लार्ज स्केल, बड़े स्केल पर, इन द बॉडी ऑफ एन एक्सट्रूजन और इंट्रूजन, यानी कि बाहर को एक अंदर को, एंड गिविंग राइज टू कॉन्स्पिकस शेप of forms are includes under the terms structures. They may be so well developed as to be recognized easily on a visual inspections, or they so large scales of so visual inspections are giving a just wait they may be may be so well developed as to be recognized easily on visual inspections, or they may become apparent only when thin sections of such rocks are examined under microscope. In the latter case, they are termed microstructure. Various types of structure developed in igneous rocks can be broadly grouped under three headings: structures due to mobility of magmas or lava. Magma or lava may be highly viscous, mobile और highly mobile, यानी कि बहुत तेजी से चलने वाला. The mobility of the magmas or lava is responsible for a varieties of structures that the ultimate rocks will acquire. Some of these are the flow structures, the pillow structure, the ropey or blocky lava, and ropey and blocky lava, the spherulitic structures and the orbicular structures. So pillow structure indicate A, B blocky lava, this is spherulitic structure and orbicular structure. ये सब चीजें आपकी वही है, माइक्रोस्कोप के अंडर में ही आप देख सकते हैं. The flow structure are defined by the development of parallel or nearly parallel layers or bands or streaks in the bodies of an igneous rock. So the parallelism is caused by the flow of magmas or lavas during the process of crystallization. The pillow structure, this is characterized by the development of a bulbous overlappings pillows like surface in the body of igneous mass. It is a typical structure of rocks formed from mobile blastic lavas. In such a lava's flow, its upper surface gets solidified while the lava beneath remains hot and capable of flowing, but further flow is possible only when the crust formed at the top ruptures. The ruptures occurs at the margins of previously congealed oval mass, and from such ruptures, lava flows out and cools down again, forming fresh bulbous tops. Okay, bulb like जैसे वही चीज है, कहा bulbous tops. So the process is repeated, producing overlapping bulbous masses, the ropey and blocky lavas. These are structures variations developed in the volcanic rock due to different mobility. Highly viscous dry lavas undergo very little movement, and after their eruption and before cooling, their surface so broken and fragmented appearance. These are called the blocky lava. On the other hand, very mobile lavas flows for considerable distance and cooling during the flow process, so that its upper surface is smoothly wrinkled rather than actually broken. So the surface structure is then referred as ropey lava. The spherulitic structure, it is distinguished by the presence of thin mineral fibers of various size arranged in perfect or semi-perfect radial manners and about a common center. It is a common structure of acid, volcanic and hyperbasal rocks. The structure results during crystallization of saturated lava or magma. The orbicular structure, it is a rare type of structure of igneous rock. In this, a rock mass appears as if composed of a ball-like aggregations. Each ball is in turn composed of a concentric cell of different minerals. This structure is shown by some granites. A structure due to cooling. Orbicular structure एक बार फिर से पढ़े दे रहे हैं कि orbicular structure, it is a rare types of structure of igneous rocks. In this, a rock mass appears as if composed of ball-like segregations, and each ball is in turns composed of concentric cells of different minerals. So this structure is shown by some granite structure due to cooling of magmas. Many structures develop in igneous rocks on account of environment in which their coolings and crystallization take place from the origin melt. The following deserves a special mention. So next page. द जॉइंटिंग स्ट्रक्चर. अब इसी इग्नियस रॉक में जैसे कि कुछ रॉक हैं उनमें जॉइंट स्ट्रक्चर पाया जा रहा, तो उसकी क्या कंडीशन है. द जॉइंट स्ट्रक्चर cooling of magmas or lava is very often accompanied by development of cracks or joint in the rocks formed from these sources. These joints sometimes follow definite patterns, यानी कि definite भी हो सकता है, indefinite भी होता है. For intense, they may develop simply as a horizontal set of joints and quite closely spaced and dividing the rocks into sheets, and this type is called a sheet structure. Similarly, there may be developed three set of joints mutually at right angles to one another. The resulting rock mass get divided into cubicles blocks, and the structure is termed as mural jointings. It is seen in granite, in basalts and many other volcanic rocks, and there are developed polygonal cracks similar to those developing in mud whilst during shrinking. These cracks continue depth wise for considerable thickness in the body of the rocks, dividing it virtually into polygonal blocks or column. The structure so developed is often termed columnar structures, rift and grains. These terms indicate two separate directions, often used by quarries men, in which the igneous rocks like granite can be broken from the main rock bodies with a comparative ease. The directions rift and grains are at right angles to each other, so the structure is though to be due to presence and proper orientation of very minute cracks in some minerals of the cooled rock. जैसे ना ठंडी होती है, एकदम से गर्म हुई ठंडी होती है, उस कंडीशन में भी डेवलप हो रहा है, वही दिखाया कि much important is attached to the crystal stress that were in operations at the times of formations of the rock. It has been suggested that sheets of fluidal cavities are formed in quartz during crystallization as the first step. The rift and the grain crack of weakness are then caused along these fluidal cavities after the cooling, provided the crystals stresses continue to operate. A vesicular structure, it in many cases lava is rich in gases at the times of eruptions. The process of cooling and crystallization is generally accompanied by the escape of these gases. This escapes of gases whilst cooling is going on leads commonly to the formation of cavities of various sizes and shapes in the cooled mass, and these cavities may remain empty whilst the entire mass of the rock is cooled down and the structure developed in is then called vesicular. In other cases, liquids may seep into these cavities and cool down there, forming secondary minerals of these specific shapes. These are called sorry, amyloids, and the structure of the rocks are amyloidal scoria is a volcanic rock which rich in such cavities which are all amity, making the rocks very light, and so many varieties of Panjal trap of Kashmir Himalayas. So amygdala अहमद इसमें डी साइलेंट है. आई फॉरगेट हाउ प्रोनाउंस इसको. काफी टाइम हो गया. स्ट्रक्चर इन एबंडेंस Moriolitic structures and sometimes small and distinct cavities are formed during the crystallization of magma. अगर आपको कुछ क्लियर हो रहा हो तो मुझे बताइएगा जरूर कमेंट में. Moriolitic structures sometimes small distinct cavities are formed during the crystallization of magma. These get filled with volatile components which may enlarge them on one hand and facilitate formation of unusual rare minerals in them. On the other hand, these cavities, often containing projecting crystals, are called Myorolitic cavities. When these are present in good abundance in rocks, it is said to exhibit a myorolitic structure. Myorolitic cavities are distinguished from other cavities geode by the absence of any distinct walls between the minerals of the cavities and the rock in general. Miscellaneous structure. The reactions and the xenolithic structures may be mentioned under this category. The reactions structure is characterized by the presence in the rocks of some incompletely altered minerals conspicuously surrounded on their borders by their alterations. Product It often happens that some earlier formed minerals react with the magma during the subsequent stage of crystallization. These reactions may be complete or incomplete. In the first case, the original minerals disappear disappears altogether, but when the reaction is incomplete, the original minerals ये बनाया हुआ है ना. Minerals is surrounded on side with the reactions product from what is commonly called the reaction rim. The xenolithic structures are imposed on the igneous rocks because of incorporations of foreign materials. Example, from the host rock into which magma is instructed into the magma during the process of crystallization, the foreign fragments are termed xenoliths, and these may arrange themselves in different patterns or they may get segregate in the crystallizing materials. Thank you.